Hey guys, it's Mike from ParaMike here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this Rempod for approximately $60 or £55 if you're from the UK. So please excuse the mess of wires. This is sort of my first project and my first time actually soldering in about 20 years or something. The main component you're going to need is this piece here, which is a junior Theramin kit from a company called Mad Lab. Everything in this video will be linked in the description below, but basically the junior Theramin kit is the piece that does the majority of the work to create that sort of Rempod sound when you go near the antenna. From there I've actually modified what comes with the kit, and I've added these wires to basically extend out the LEDs that are in these 4 points in the roof, and also added the wires to extend to this aerial. Now the Theramin kit does come with its own aerial, but it's only a sort of a wire aerial, so hence why I've swapped it out for a more sort of traditional metal aerial like in the actual Rempods. The other thing I've added is this battery pack here. Now the reason I've added this, the Theramin kit does come with a 9-volt battery holder, but it is one that is just sort of just a contact point, whereas this battery holder I've used has got an on-off switch, which I think is really nice, because it's then not the case that it's just constantly on when the 9-volt battery's in. In terms of LEDs, the Theramin kit comes with 4 red LEDs. Let me just hook this out. But again, I've swapped them out on mine for a blue one, green, yellow and a red one, and this is just so I can sort of differentiate as to the distance that whatever is getting near the antenna is. So if I switch it on real quick with my other hand so I'm not blocking it, if it's all wired up correctly, you should see these lights blink twice and hear 2 beeps. There we go. So as I say, what you will see is the blue LED will be the first one to come on, and then it should go blue, green, yellow, red. So if we just test it, yeah, there's green, there's yellow, and there's red, and then all 4 of them will come on when you touch it. And that's basically the majority of the kit. I'm just going to switch that off. That's basically the majority of the kit. You can make this a lot cheaper if you just use the actual Theramin kit and the components that come with that. And roughly, if you are just, the box as well is something that you will need to provide yourself. You will need to be able to solder, because the kit doesn't come pre-soldered. You have to basically solder everything on. And for the purposes of this, I did have to cut into the box as well and drill holes into the roof of the box for the LEDs to go through. As I say, there is the cost of the soldering iron and all the other components. I haven't included those because they're the sort of thing that you'd only really buy once, as opposed to if you were going to make multiple Rempod kits, you would need to buy multiple of the Theramin kits and multiple of, say, the LEDs and the battery holders and etc., and the boxes, etc. But if you were just to buy the Theremin kit, which comes with the 4 LEDs and its own antenna, and it also comes with its own battery holder, which, as I say, is just a sort of clip in one. It hasn't got a switch on it or anything, but you can actually build this kit with the box, these wires so you can feed things through, and the Theremin kit for $40 or £35 if you're in the UK. So you can make it a lot cheaper than the ones that are sold for £200-300. But as I say, it's really simple. I've made a few modifications because I wanted it to be a bit more like the actual Rempod. But yeah, it all seems to work, which is great. And if you do want to build your own, I'll link everything in the description below, so where to get the Theramin kit, all the wires, everything else. The beauty of the kit is essentially as well, if you are to buy the battery packs and the wires and the aerial and such, they essentially are bulk sold. So if I wanted to build another Rempod, all I would have to buy would be the box and the Theramin kit, and would essentially mean I could make two of these for £41.94 each, or $47. So because I've paid the initial outlay for the batteries and the wires and everything, any I subsequently make will be cheaper and cheaper until I obviously run out of those components.